I am live today at Stogies Styles with Mr. Kevon Burrs of Stogies Styles, Mr. Mike Ramey, the visionary behind Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos, and Mr. Russ Gray of Gray Matter. We are talking to you guys today about our event, which will be Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos on Black Friday. KB is a sponsor. He is the owner of Stogies and Styles, and he is going to bring all the sticks to the VIP. So, Mr. KB, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your business?
Sure. Well, actually, I started my journey with cigars back in 1991, and back then it was a cigar community of really just white men. Started smoking cigars, went out, smoked my first cigar, left the lounge, bought a humidor, cutter, lighters, got fully inside of the cigar community, and love cigars ever did. But I will say this is, I've never smoked a cigarette in my entire life. I don't like cigarettes, to each his own, but I took on the cigar world, and when I left that day at a lounge, I decided that I wanted to open up a lounge one day. Life takes over, and then I wasn't focused. Now I became focused, opened up my lounge, and this is my meaning of Stogies and Styles and the cigar lounge. It's more of it's a lounge. You come in, you relax, good music, good vibe. It's not a club scene, and so I just wanted to bring my style and the way I present my lounge to the people, the way I put it together. It's all about a style, and my slogan is, it's all about the stogies you smoke and the style you bring. Whatever style that is, that's your style when you smoke your cigar. So that's my journey with cigars, and it's been good. I don't claim to know a lot about cigars, starting 20, 30 years ago, but I do know cigars.
Awesome, awesome. So I know that you are a sponsor of Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos that's taking place in Little Rock, Arkansas on Black Friday. So I want Mr. Michael Ramey to tell us a little bit about the event and how you came about to be a part of it through Mr. Russ Gray. So Mr. Ramey, tell us a little bit about the event and the purpose and why you brought Stogies and Styles in.
Well, years ago I had an idea to bring an event to Little Rock to where wrong supposed to be wrong. I got a closet full of clothes, nowhere to go. So I'm like, we need an event for ourselves where we can be a full-grown person atmosphere where we can network, have fun, play some good music, and just vibe. So as I started putting it together, that's when I bumped into you, Mr. Kia Bowl, in the bowl event. And as we started putting it together, I started adding purpose to it. And I said, okay, oh man, it's gonna be on Black Friday, so I want to support all small businesses. I want this event to engulf small businesses, where it's like build relationships, communication, build networking within small businesses. Because we don't have a platform where we can just showcase everything we got. So this event involves several small businesses, and it's set up to support most small businesses. Events, the music, the food, vendors, my guy KB. I mean, it's Blazers and cigars go together, and just it.
So wait a minute. What about the stilettos? What about the stilettos? Because, you know, the thing is, women love cigars. Women love cigars, and we love men that love cigars. So,
not to cut you off, but I will say this here. Being in the industry, there's more women out here smoking cigars than men. And they're not smoking the flavor sticks. They're smoking the bowl sticks. I walk in and I see them, and I'm just looking, I'm like, oh, okay, they're not smoking a Fat Bottom Betty. And not to take away a Fat Bottom Betty or a flavored cigar, they're smoking what I'm smoking.
Right.
Bold, Maduro smoke, and it's the 60 gauges, the Gordo size gauge cigars, the bigger sticks, and they enjoy it.
Right.
And And I'm seeing this, and I'm like, you know, thinking back 30 years ago, I didn't see that. And now I see it, and I'm like, you know what? This cigar community has really grown over 30 years. And that's when I got into it back in 1991. And it's amazing. So yes, we can't leave the stilettos though. We cannot leave that.
Right.
Cannot. So yes, we welcome you ladies. Continue to grow the community of the cigars. We love it. I just love seeing a lady with a cigar in her mouth. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
So this is Mr. Russ Gray of Gray Matter, and Russ is who introduced us to Stogies and Styles. Russ, can you tell us a little bit about your love for cigars and how you came about to bring Stogies and Styles into the event?
Well, it's been about 5 years now. I met KB at another cigar shop, and we instantly formed a relationship and formed a partnership. And it took a little time to get the old kinks worked out, but I cannot say this ecstatically enough. I am really proud of the work that KB has done to really get things up and coming here. There are a lot of different cigar shops in the metropolitan area, and KB brings a different flavor to his cigar shop. It's a cozy spot. It's just the right size for people to come in and have a small event if you want, or if you want to bring a couple of people in and just relax. He is the spot for you for that. And he's open, which is one of the great things about it. He doesn't discriminate. Ladies come in, fellas come in. You watch the game, you listen to music. If you're a Kim fan, this is definitely the place to be. KB absolutely loves the music that Kim puts out. And like I said, I couldn't be more proud of him for the work that he's done and the tenacity that he's had overcoming the challenges that it takes to get a cigar shop open at this magnitude.
So KB, I know you are going to be the premier cigar vendor at Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos. Can you tell us a little bit about the cigars that you're going to be providing for the VIP experience?
Absolutely, absolutely. What I will be providing is, first and foremost, I do have my own blend. It's a Nicaraguan Habano Puro. So I will be featuring the Stogies and Styles cigars. It comes in a 5x50 box press, and it comes in a 5x50 Robusto. And I will tell you, all women will love that cigar. It's not a flavor stick, but it has flavor too. So that will be my featured stick. I will be carrying along some Jerez. That's out of the DR, the Dominican Republic. I am the first in the state of Arkansas to carry that particular stick, and it's an amazing stick. Also, I will be carrying along with me the Definition blends, Definition cigars out of Dallas, Texas. Of course, if you don't know, they're black owned. And with my shop, I'm gonna do more of the boutique shop. I want the little guys that don't have the advertising money, and believe it or not, they have amazing sticks. We as cigar smokers, we don't know when we come into a shop. We always looking for the ones that have, you know, the name brands that's putting out this advertising money, and you overlook the boutique shops. So my cigar lounge is gonna push the boutique shops. I will have some of the higher names, but it's gonna be the upper price range. So I will be carrying a lot of different things that night. I will have some flavors for you ladies or men that want a mild and flavorful stick. So I will have a wide range of all that evening to enjoy.
So my question to you is, I am a woman that smokes, so I love like the Drew Estates, the Tobaccos, the Leather Roses, the anything that kind of has that coffee flavor or that coffee leaf to it. So if you were going to suggest a good cigar to a woman that, like myself, that loves coffee, but not necessarily from the name brand houses or the houses that everyone knows about, what would you suggest and what are you going to bring for us?
Hold on, before you touch on that, I think that Kia hit something that was really important. When you smoke a cigar, the flavor of your palate can change. Whether you're smoking a stick, a Maduro stick that has, you know, a real hard bite to it, or a flavor stick Sometimes it might be a coffee, sometimes it might be a bourbon, sometimes it might be a scotch, or anything else that you can actually put in. There is no limit to what you can actually enjoy smoking a cigar with. And I think that's one of the great things that KB has brought out. You know, you can actually take a cigar and blend it with anything and make a great cigar, and it just depends on your palate. And like, you know, KB has about 50 to 75 different facings right now. A mistake that a lot of new cigar smokers make is they come in and they say, oh, this is the stick I like this one stick. That's actually the wrong way to do it. Come in and try a bunch of different sticks. Every time you come in, we don't want the person that just comes in once a month and gets one stick. Come in every week, come in every day, try something different. See what your palate likes, and you will find that there's a lot of different blends out there that actually hit you and make you feel great. And there's no place better to relax after a hard day's work, after dealing with your kids, after dealing with your wife or your husband. This is a place that you can just come in and sit down and just say, oh, I want to breathe, I want to relax. So I think that's one of the great things that you'll get with Stogies Styles up in Hot Springs. And I think that's what you got to do. You got to take some time and you got to explore what you might like.
So, Russ, what's your favorite cigar? Or I know you said several different blends. What would be a cigar today you came in? What did you smoke?
I'm smoking a Definition. This is the Noir. I affectionately refer to it as the Green Band, but Definition cigars out of Dallas is one of my favorites. I've had the chance to sit down and chop it up with the guys. They're a lot of fun. They've come down and they've done cut lights with us here. Just a phenomenal bunch of guys. And if you're ever looking for a good cigar, KB does have a great selection of Definition. There are a lot of places that have them in the state, but right now KB has a great selection of the Definition sticks. And again, this is one of my favorites.
Okay. So, Mr. Ramey, I know you're a Definition smoker as well. So would Definition be your favorite cigar as well?
Most definitely. Outside of, you know, I support our small business. And then by them being black owned, by that's another kicker to it. But I like the flavor. It's smooth. It fits me. I'm a mellow type guy, and I love it. It's real life cigar.
Okay. So, KB, I want to thank you for being a sponsor of Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos. It is an event that features some great music, some great entertainers, I should say, a wonderful caterer, a couple of sponsors that believes in what we're doing. So with Mr. Ramey bringing together these entrepreneurs and giving them the opportunity to present their businesses to everyone else, if you could tell us one thing about your business that makes you different from the rest, what would it be?
One thing it has to be is I'm the type of business owner with my lounge that if you come in, you're going to meet me, you're going to talk to me, and you're going to learn about cigars strictly from me. I'm not the type that when you go in and you have another worker working, that worker don't know anything. I'm the type of smoker and also owner that want to sit down and talk to you. I want to see how you feel about this world that I'm in, this world that you're coming into, this world that you're enjoying. So I'm going to sit down. We're going to cross our legs, we're going to talk, we're going to pour up something, and we're going to talk about cigars, and your love of cigars, and my love of cigars. So that's what makes me different from any other shop owner. I'm going to make it personal with you, every time.
So, Mr. Ramey, do you have anything that you want everybody to know about Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos, and your love for cigars as well?
The event is purpose. I have put purpose behind it. To put this kind of effort and money behind it, it had to have purpose. And what the purpose is? What better purpose is to support small businesses, specifically small black businesses. So I love people. I love giving. I'm a people person. I think that's one way for me to give back. So them, they do have a platform. They do have other ways we can express ourselves in a professional manner and promote ourselves at the same time. So and one thing I can say, this is my first time meeting KB, and I back everything he just said. He's very personal. He poured my drink, but he had to do that. very personal. This is his day. We celebrate him, but he's very personal. And I like that. That's what I like to see within our small businesses. Us being personal with one another, talking, networking, not afraid to take a chance with each other. And that's basically what I want everybody to be able to do. That's why I have a special thing I'm doing this year where I'm advertising. I want everybody to advertise each other. Instead of, we advertise Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all that. So I want all my small business owners to participate this year to bring t-shirts, hats, pins, socks, whatever you got with your logo on it. We're going to pass them out. We're going to just each take something out of that stuff and we're going to wear it. Pick a day out of the week and wear it. Now, promise you, somebody's going to ask you, who was that? What's that about? And that's how we're going to promote each other, bring each other up. Be known in small business to get recognition.
So I know you talk a lot about supporting small businesses, and that leads me back to I know you told me you were in Texas and you had on Arkansas Cigar Fest shirt, and someone asked you about that, and I think KB's business is on the back of that shirt as well. So is that where you got the idea from, or?
Well, the idea came from just watching us wear every brand, and I'm sitting back thinking like, Gucci don't be on, they don't have commercials. Louis Vuitton don't have commercials, but we buy so much of this stuff. We are like the most, we spend the most, to be honest. We spend the most, have the least. So why not, if we're going to support or we're going to advertise each other, let's be our own billboards. Let's bring our own brands up. Let's promote each other. So that's where I got the idea from, but then I knew I was on track when I ran to the guy in Texas. And actually 2 or 3 people asked me about the service. And I broke it down to him, explained to him what we do, how we do it. And he was like, man, it's cool. So it works. It works. We have to be willing to support one another.
And actually, the young man that does Arkansas Cigar Fest is here. I should have brought him in here for the interview. So, KB, you going to go and get him. So I should have brought him in here. So Russ, I know that you're a professional cigar smoker. I've run into you in several different cigar shops. I've talked to you. You've told me about different cigars I should try. You've even told me about different cigar shops. Tell me a little bit about why you travel to so many different cigar shops and why you do what you do.
Well, one of the reasons that I like to think variety is the spice of life, and before we touch on that, one of the things that KB hasn't told a lot of people about is he also talks about the style that he brings to the cigar industry. One of the things that Stogies Styles will be coming out with is the smoking jackets.
Right.
And right now it's a little bit too warm.
So how you gonna jump ahead to that? I was coming back to that because we talked about. Come on, keep going. Come on.
We'll say this: there is some really cool products that are coming out. The T-shirts are phenomenal, but when you're talking about Stogies and Styles, again, it's not about only the cigars that you smoke; it's the style that you bring. And I think that's one of the things that Mr. Ramey said. When you deal with black people, especially in the cigar game, we all bring a slightly different style to the table. And the great thing about a cigar shop, a real cigar shop, there's not a stranger. You come in, you shake your hand, and you make a friend. And that's one of the models that I use. Shake your hand and make a friend. And touching back on what you said, I like to go to all the cigar shops just to sit down and meet new people. I always use it as a networking opportunity.
That's right.
I met Scully, I met Mike, I met you, I met KB. Through networking, you just come in, you shake your hand, and you make a friend. And I think that's what it's all about.
So we brought in Mr. Scully, who is Arkansas Cigar Fest. I told him about Michael being in another state, having your shirt on, and people were asking about it. And the purpose of Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos is actually to bring together entrepreneurs to be able to promote their business while enjoying live entertainment. I know that you bring together several lovers of cigars and several small businesses with Arkansas Cigar Fest, and you also attended Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos. Can you tell us a little bit about why you do what you do and what was your vision behind that?
Well, it starts out with love for cigars. I've been smoking for a while, but got to the point where you had, at that time, it was like maybe 2 shops in Little Rock. Platinum Tobacco, Mexican Cigar. The girls was downtown, they shut down. And then a couple other shops opened up, David Son, Cafe Atlanta. And I could see where there was not any type of relationships between the different shops. And so the first venture was to try to get all the cigar shops together, even across the state, with the first Cigar Fest, right? So every shop owner was invited. I had about 3 or 4 to participate actively, and then we moved from that to just letting the shop owners know, hey, this thing is actually growing in Arkansas, and it's bigger than what you guys really know. Every shop has its own clientele, its own personality, and cigar smokers are going to go where they're comfortable, where they feel just something that they vibe with. And so every shop is successful in that respect. But those cigar smokers really didn't have a venue where we could just all get together. And so that's where the Cigar Fest came along. So I did small events before that to try to see, kind of see what the temperature was out there. And people dug it. We had a great time. It's always going to be live music, of course, cigars. We're going to have vendors. And I use local people, a couple of people from out of state, just depending on what they have to offer, bring to the table. But it really just brought the whole Central Arkansas cigar smokers together for an event that was about cigars. It wasn't like an event that we get together and we just throw cigar in it.
Right.
It's actually for real cigar smokers, cigar lovers. So I've actually, this next coming year, I've partnered with West End Cigar again, and it's going to be even bigger and better. And then, Stogies Styles, they always support. And I've been with KB for a minute. I'm proud of him and the accomplishments he's made at the shop. I was here not in the very beginnings of it, but I've seen it grow from what it was to what it is now. It's a beautiful shop. And we've been on the road together to some cigar events. We've been to Miami, Napa Valley, Houston. Yeah, so we've been traveling together for a minute now, and this is my boy. So anything he need or anything that I can give him, because he's an owner, I'm not an owner, but I've been in this thing for a while now and met some people across the country. And it just brings, I'm trying to bring all that here. You've been to the events? So
I have twice. Well, actually, I think I've been to 3 of your events. So yes.
Everybody's treated
Yes.
VIP. There's no,
Right.
separation. I'm going to make sure we take care. And here's another thing, too. Let me say this and then I'll shut up. I only want like 120, 150, no more than that.
Right.
I think you lose customer service when you have a large
You make it a
crowd.
personal experience.
I want to be able to take care of each table, make sure everybody's good, hear feedback. I can check and adjust right there on the spot. If you're not satisfied with something, I can fix that. But when you get into 300, 400, 500 people, I don't want to do that. We've been in events like that. The customer service is out the window.
So that's the thing that you and Michael have in common. You're both about bringing together several businesses,
Right.
increasing the awareness of what's going on with that business, as well as supporting the product. I know Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos isn't necessarily about cigars, but Michael is bringing together 2 different cigar shops, Stogies and Styles, and then M Smoke and Sip from Memphis is coming, and they're bringing just black-owned cigars because they want people to be aware of these small cigar houses and things like that. So for me, it's a great atmosphere, and it's also an atmosphere where you can enjoy. But the fact that Michael is allowing people to bring their shirts, exchange those shirts, or exchange their products, so people will be able to support you, and they'll say, oh, where did you get that shirt from? Like when he had on the Arkansas Cigar Fest, people were stopping him in Texas asking about your shirt. What is that event? But so yeah. So I know that you guys, the 4 of you guys, are all about entrepreneurship, increasing your business and your awareness. For me, it's a big thing with you, Scully, because you're always educating me on cigars. When I see you in a cigar shop, you'll tell me different things about it. Even your wife, she told me, Nakia, you know, when you light your cigar, only put the tip in it. You don't have to put the whole thing in it. Yeah, don't burn it up. KB posts pointers about, you know, when you come to the cigar shop, at least buy one cigar from that shop, even if you have your own.
Right.
Make sure you clean up after yourself. Don't smash your cigar out. Right. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to do
it's
that.
not a cigarette.
Right. So, and I don't smoke cigarettes, but I wasn't aware of that.
Let it die peacefully.
So my thing is, I like the fact that the four of you guys are about educating our people, and then with me being a woman, and I'm in the cigar shops because I do love cigars and I do try the different ones. For me, it's about being educated on it. I started researching the cigars that I was drawn to, and I saw that, oh, all of these are coffee leaves. I love coffee. I drink coffee all day long. So I knew that that's why I was attracted to those. I'm also a bourbon drinker. So then different things paired with those cigars. So with you guys, if you could suggest one cigar and one drink, what would it be?
How would you do that?
Okay, so
That's cool.
come on, KB.
He's the pro. We let him give you all the cigars and what drinks go with the cigars.
I've been with these guys for a long time. For KB, he has a wide palate. As far as Scully, I think if you really want to win Scully over, make him a great old fashioned.
Oh yes.
That is his go-to.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
That is his go-to.
Yeah.
It's got to be made right. Everybody can't do it.
Everybody can't do a really great old fashioned, but if you want a connoisseur on an old fashioned, that's Scully. I'm just meeting Mike, but I'm thinking, you know, I see Mike with a little brown in the glass right here. I think he's probably got a wide palate. I'm the one that gets teased a lot because I don't drink a whole lot. You'll see me with a soft drink and a cigar. That's just Russ. You know, now you might not know what Russ has in that glass, but I'm okay with that.
But Russ, you make the best drinks with the cigars, with the coffee and the Kahlua and the
I have been known to pretty much.
yes.
I'm gonna say this. Believe it or not, if you look at a Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper with any cigar, you got 33 flavors in the Dr. Pepper. So that Dr. Pepper is going to bring out some flavors with that cigar. And I understand you spoke about bourbons or alcoholic drinks, but about 75 to 80% of the time, if I'm in my lounge, I'm sitting on a Dr. Pepper with a stick. And
That's Michael.
And it's a different stick that I'm pairing that Dr. Pepper with. And it brings out all kind of flavors with that. That's me. But if you really want to get down to it, you get your nice Stogies Styles cigar. This nigga Robin Havana Zero. And that bad boy pairs with coffee, Dr. Pepper, bourbon, tequila. It's good with any type of water because that stick of mine has the flavors in it also. And like I say, the women love it.
So, Mr. Ramey, I'm going to end with you. Tell everybody about your event, the day, the time, and how they get tickets.
The event is Wingtip Blazers Stilettos. It's a Black Friday event. It's centered around small businesses, small black businesses, but not limited to. Because you have, I look at it as it's big business and small business. Have and have not. So small business, they're working against big business. So for all small businesses, never bring together a community where we can exchange and we on November 25th. It's Black Friday. It's going to be at the Albert Park Masonic Center, 712 Scott Street, Little Rock, Arkansas. It starts at 7. And it is dressed for the press. We got Stogies and Styles. That right there should tell you what we're coming with. Stogies and Styles.
So wait. So you know, Mr. KB does an event that's what, Blazers and cigars or Blazers and sticks. Tell us about that, because you guys are similar.
So what I have and what I will be wearing is that night I will be wearing one of my Stogies and Styles smoking jackets.
So you're going to be Hugh Hefner up in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I tell you this here, I'm working on the women's version of that Stogies and Styles smoking jacket. But the fellas, check me out when I show up. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring about 3 other with me. I'm going to hang them behind me so you can see what it be.
Okay, so you got one for the fluffy girls.
Absolutely. I got
Awesome,
it.
awesome,
It's coming.
awesome.
But I do have the smoking jackets for the guys. It's custom. It's going to come with the Stogies and Styles stitching. On the inside is going to come with your name and you know, authentic Stogies and Styles stitching on the inside. So you'll see.
Okay,
You'll see. You'll see.
So you know we're having a wingtips and blazers contest. Are you gonna win the contest?
I don't even plan on getting in it. But if y'all want to pull me up off, you know, my seat, I'll step in.
All right. Well, you guys, I thank you so much for being a part of this interview. I want to see everybody out at Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos. To get tickets, go to www.wingtipsblazerstilettos.com. You can get your tickets to the event. We have Mr. KB of Stogies and Styles, Mr. Scully of Arkansas Cigar Fest, Mr. Mike Ramey, the visionary behind Wingtips, Blazers, and Stilettos, and Mr. Russ Gray of Gray Matter that brought us all together. So you guys come out, and happy birthday to you, KB. Thank you for having us today. I appreciate it, and we will see you guys on November 25th.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.